Good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the second edition of my talk on the National Defense Academy. Today, I shall be talking to you about the National Defense Academy, the evolution. How did the name National Defense Academy finally got its name as National Defense Academy? From the combined General Warfare School of British era to the National Defense Academy, the evolution. That is the topic of the day today. The term academy is derived from the Greek word academic, a place 2 miles from Athens where Plato started his school of idealistic philosophy. It came to mean a society of united people dedicated to the promotion of learning of knowledge or skill. Likewise, Dehradun, where a military academy was first established, has almost similar Indian connotation. The word Dehradun, an anglicized version of Dehradun, traces its etymological root in Dera Drona. The ancient camp of Drona means Dera means camp, and Drona comes from Dronacharya. A legend about its origin speak of Guru Dronacharya of the Mahabharat fame, who is said to have established his ashram named Drona Ashram, the first school of war. The Pandavas and the Kauravas clashed in the vicinity. The permanent site that was chosen for the National War Academy was a great Maratha warrior Shivaji's cradle of Indian heroism. It was immortalized by Tanaji Malasura's heroic and sacrifice of life in the Battle of Singh. During the Second World War, the British set up a combined general warfare school in the north bank of River Mutha, flowing in the shadows of Singh Fort. Coming to the Indian National War Memorial to National War Academy. General Claude J. Auchinleck, in one of the discussions, stressed the need of an appropriate and descriptive title signifying that the academy was a military institution directly connected with the fighting services and should be readily abbreviated. On 3rd of December 1946, the Defense Department accorded its approval that a living national memorial, it should be designated as National War Academy NWA. This name of an institution as National War Academy must have sounded familiar, like the contemporary National War Academy in Germany that provided basic officer training and education, or it could also be the military headquarters of war, Mao. India. General Auchinleck stressed that the spirit of cooperation was needed for uniformity in equipping the future officers. This was most essential and important for cooperation during war, if it ever comes, to defend India. The best officers' education should be available at the proposed National War Academy. He was of the firm opinion that the combined academy of the three fighting services should be in the best interest of India. Objects of the National War Academy. And these were to impart general education of university standard in the subject of cultural values, provide training calculated in develop resources, self-reliance, self-confidence, willingness to obey, straightforwardness, initiative, and leadership. Insist on high standard of physical fitness so as to make the cadets active, agile, and hardy. To provide sound background of military and technical knowledge, including various branches of engineering, mathematics, wireless, and radio telegraphy, to fit in the fast advancing technical world. Give to every cadet familiarity with the three dimensions of the war: ground, sea, and air. After the first 2 years, give specialized technical training suited for the special branches of the services for which the cadet is selected. Equip the cadet with knowledge of economics and historical problems and individual and group psychology. Generally, make him a good citizen of India and the world. Now, we step on from the National War Academy to the National Defense Academy. And how did it work out? After the country's independence, the first academy was to be made non-operational unit of three services and the first of its kind amongst the contemporary military training academies in the world. It was not intended for waging war or aggression against other people, but for the defense of its own people. It would be purely national in concept and execution, regarding the country as one unit and striving to create and preserve the integrity and unity of India. The name National War Academy sounded warlike, did not portray the spirit and scope of a living national institution. The immediate need was not to impart combat training. Moreover, the nation itself was not at war. If the will for peace was measured by training for war, no place should show more pacific intentions than a defense academy in contemporary thought process of National War Academy. The National War Academy sounded aggressive to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the apostle of peace. Therefore, in consonance with the national aspirations, the word war was replaced with defense, and National War Academy was designated as National Defense Academy. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here I come to an end of the second of our series of talks on the National Defense Academy. In my next talk, I shall talk in details about what you see at the background, the Sudan bloc, the great Sudan bloc, the nerve center of National Defense Academy. Till then, goodbye, good luck, and wish all the aspirants of the National Defense Academy all the very best. God bless you. Jai Hind.